If yesterday's psalm shows us that it's appropriate to be honest about our distress before God, today's psalm sees David reflecting upon his anger and frustration. He is ill, and it doesn't seem that he's getting much better. He struggles to contain his thoughts for fear of dishonoring God, to muzzle his mouth and remain silent, certainly before others. But his anguish is so strong, the complaint comes pouring out. What's it all for? He wonders. He feels death is close, and worries that life is but a mere phantom, nothing more than a breath of wind. In times of illness and times of grief, we may have faced these same questions. The doubts of the dark night of the soul. What do we say to God in such times? I was once told that God doesn't mind us railing at him and complaining. He can deal with that. As long as we're still talking with him, then we can be receptive. It's when we ignore him that we run into trouble. In our dark days, do not ignore the Lord, but talk with him. Shout and complain if necessary. This is what David did. And through his pain and grief, he was able to discover again that hope in the Lord that leads to vindication. We may at times feel far from God, like a foreigner, but we are never insignificant in his sight, never forgotten, never unloved. David knows that the Lord is not deaf to our weeping, and his constant desire is that we find our home in him. Psalm 39 is for the director of music, for Jeduthun, a psalm of David. I said, I will watch my ways and keep my tongue from sin. I will put a muzzle on my mouth while in the presence of the wicked. So I remained utterly silent, not even saying anything good. But my anguish increased. My heart grew hot within me. While I meditated, the fire burned. Then I spoke with my tongue. Show me, Lord, my life's end and the number of my days. Let me know how fleeting my life is. You have made my days a mere handbreadth. The span of my years is as nothing before you. Everything is but a breath, even those who seem secure. Surely everyone goes around like a mere phantom. In vain they rush about, heaping up wealth without knowing whose it will finally be. But now, Lord, what do I look for? My hope is in you. Save me from all my transgressions. Do not make me the scorn of fools. I was silent. I would not open my mouth, for you are the one who has done this. Remove your scourge from me. I am overcome by the blow of your hand. When you rebuke and discipline anyone for their sin, you consume their wealth like a moth. Surely everyone is but a breath. Hear my prayer, Lord. Listen to my cry for help. Do not be deaf to my weeping. I dwell with you as a foreigner, a stranger, as all my ancestors were. Look away from me that I may enjoy life again before I depart and am no more. A prayer for today. There are times, Lord, when we do not know what to pray, when we feel our prayers are unworthy. We thank you that you hear the truth of our hearts, and that when we turn to you with sincerity, you are always gentle as you offer your assurance and peace. Amen.